Good afternoon. How you making out? I'm doing all right. We're here in the greenhouse today. We got nothing planted yet, but it's time for starting seeds. I come in the greenhouse today because it's kind of cool and windy outside. Thought the acoustics would be better in here, and it's a lot warmer, so it's nice. Probably over 20 degrees Celsius. But as we look at the soil, it's all ready for plants. So we're finally starting seeding. We're a little behind schedule than we want it to be, but we're starting seeding today at the farm. My brother's actually started seeding it in his house. Like I said in a previous video, we were going to test some of our seeds that we saved from last year, and he says it's over 90% germination, so that's a really good thing. We're going to save a lot of money on seeds from a lot of our good tomatoes we had last year and the peppers, so he says they're really starting good. So we got our raised beds here that are all ready for flowers. We're going to be planting a lot of flowers this year, so our raised beds are all ready. It's going to be a little while before they're ready to be out here, but we got the soil ready. And over here you can see our big garden here at the farm that the Earl and Murray, the pig tillers, did for us. We're going to have to pick up some rocks there, but looks like it's ready to go. And there's our new greenhouse that we got from somebody. We haven't put the plastic on it yet. Still a little early for that yet, but we're trying to plan what we're going to put in it. So here we are in the seed starting room. As you can see, things are starting to happen. Doing some seeding. Got all the lights working for now that we need. You see over here, we have some manure on the farm here, and I've made a bunch up of compost here. Got a whole bunch of containers ready for when the transplanting starts for later, but it gives us a little head start. Looks good. So after Craig fills up the 9-cell containers, I put a little water on them here to before I put the seeds in, to give a little moisture and easier to press down with the Sharpie marker here for as little indentations for the seeds to go in. Here's a little sample of what we managed to get planted today. A lot of flowers and tomatoes and peppers. Those are the ones that need to go in first, so that's mostly what we did today. There you can see we have all different kind of brands. Ones that were successful for us last year and ones that we're going to try out. There's the Sun Gold, the most popular tomatoes. We got a lot of those seeds this year. And here's the remainder of the flowers and stuff. You might ask how we water the plants, because they're under this piece of plywood, this 4x8. But I come up with a system here that's working perfect. We take our fluorescent light protectors. These 9x9s fit in them perfectly. I just put them like that. Water. Slide it back in. Works perfect. So we got a new toy to play with. This is called a soil blocker. You can compress the soil in this little gadget, and you can then squeeze it on trays, and then you can save lots of plastic from planting in, save the environment if you want. But it's a new toy for me, and I'm going to try to show you how to use it. I've started the soil, and
The soil needs to be about 2 parts soil, 1 part water. It's got to be really, really wet. You got to be able to squeeze the water out of it. So I'm going to try to do a few. And you've really got to push down on that soil and tamp it in there. Get it in there as tight as you can. And then I'm going to just flatten the bottom off. Get rid of the excess. And they have little nipples in them. So when you squeeze them out, they're going to have little dimples to plant your seed in. I'll show you. I've already tried one. That was my first one ever, so that looks pretty good. This is, see how this works. Yeah, not too bad. Got a little place to put your seed, then you can cover up with soil afterwards. And these ones can be bottom watered. You can water them on the top, or you can just sort of pour water on the sides and it will soak up. They like them because it allows the roots to go down, and instead of curling around in your little plastic things, they can go out. Supposedly when they hit the air, the roots will go out to the end, and then when they hit the air, they'll go back in again. They won't expose themselves to the air, and then they'll allow the roots to go down and makes a better root ball than, or not a root ball, I guess.
So there you have it. That's the video for today. Exciting day. We're finally getting seeds started here at the farm. In 4 or 5 days, we should see some green stuff coming up through. So today we planted basically peppers, flowers, and a few tomatoes. We know it might be a little early for tomatoes, but we're going to try to get them in the greenhouse as soon as possible and try to keep the frost away from them as much as we can. But the peppers and the flowers, we're probably a little behind schedule on them, but we finally got them in. So we'll keep you updated on how things go, and when we start planting other stuff like squash and cucumbers and stuff like that, that'll be a little later on. So thanks for joining us today, and see you later.